Enrico Francesco Manguzi. Well, we're going back 100 years now. 1883, my great-grandfather's birth was registered in Portsmouth. And when my great-grandmother went to register the birth, she wasn't allowed to write her name. They used to make people who came from other countries sign with a cross. The situation in this country with different levels of people, your lords and ladies, your middle class and your working class, but then you've got the immigrants, and nothing's changed. Because they spoke a different language, they weren't allowed to take a little bit of time to explain to somebody that they needed to write in Latin. They were more likely more educated than the person who was asking them to sign. So, and that's where it comes from. Anyway, he spelt the name wrong because he couldn't spell Manguzi, Manguzi. He spelt it Manguzi, so we've been stuck with the name ever since. 15th to the 12th, 1948. I'm a result of victory in Japan. Well, my dad left home when I was about 8. My mum and dad always used to keep fighting all the time. It's true when I said she stabbed him. She hit him over the head a couple of times with different obstacles. And she used to knock him about something rotten, but quite honestly, he deserved it. He was carrying on left, right and centre with different women, and I suppose she just got sick of it. That's the reason he went. He never ever got back in touch with me again all through his life, and that sort of left me with a lot of different feelings about him. Loads of times through my life you sort of look back and just think to yourself, when I look at my kids and my family and what I've achieved, you just think what he's missed, and try to find answers to why he just disappeared like you're nothing, and that comes hard. So a few years ago I decided to find out about my name, my surname, which is his, because I didn't have anything to do with that side of the family, and I managed to jump over my father. I wanted to find out what happened to him first and foremost, but I jumped over him into what I class as a near normal family, and basically it's like reading the best book that I've ever read. The whole story of the family, what they achieved and what they done, and now I'm quite proud of them. It's just a shame about my dad. Whatever went wrong in his life, I don't understand. I still don't understand it. There are reasons to be proud of him. He was in the Royal Navy 7 years before the war. He served his time in the Navy and came out. When war was declared, he signed up and he saw the war out right through to victory in Japan. We know about that bit. Yeah, so yeah, that's a real mixed feeling for me. I'm sure we could have been good friends, but they weren't to be. So, and that's about as much as I can tell you about my old man. Oh yeah, big style. I didn't want to do the sort of life that I grew up in until I was 16 years old. I didn't want my growing up life to be like that. I've worked really hard and I've stuck by my family, but I can't forget the way my life was for those first 16 years. It wasn't normal. It was quite exciting in a lot of ways, and it was lovely because we had lots of laughs, the family, but it was really hard as well. But the kids didn't know any better, so at the time we weren't missing much. Everything was a joke, nothing was serious. I could make you laugh and make you cry telling you some of the stories, but we won't.